This is Eric J coming at you with street news. No, we ain't professional, and neither is the Houston Public Library, who has issued an apology for allowing registered sex offenders to read books to children at an event hosted by drag queens. So look, according to the reports, registered sex offender Albert Geyser took part in the Drag Queen Storytime program using the name Tatiana. In 2008, he was convicted of assaulting an 8-year-old boy. The library released an apology statement explaining that they failed to complete a background check as required by its own guidelines. Unlike Houston, the Austin Public Library does not conduct background checks on its participants, according to the resolution passed by the LGBTQ Commission. At least 3 Texas sex offenders have participated in the Drag Queen Storytime. When the program began in Houston during the summer of 2018, some parents thought it would be a good idea to expose their children to aspects of life they wouldn't typically see around their homes. Jacob Neves, a 19-year-old man who identifies as a woman named Dakota, is accused of raping a 4-year-old girl and sharing the images with an undercover agent. Jacob also urged locals to vote yes on a veto referendum enabling those to identify as transgender to access locker rooms and similar facilities designated for the opposite sex. On August 14, federal agents obtained a warrant to search the home of Mr. Neves, which is located on the 200 block of Lawrence Street. The search produced a phone which agents say contained photos and videos of Mr. Neves sexually violating a minor girl in the bedroom of his home. 22-year-old Juan Mitchell was taken into custody after a 7-year-old girl was lured from outside her grandmother's home and into a basement where she was sexually assaulted and raped. Daniel Reeves, a father of 2 who identifies as a transgender woman, was arrested 12 times in 2016 alone for the possession of indecent images of children. He blames his prolific sexual criminality on gender dysphoria, autism, depression, and the breakup of his marriage, loss of contact with his children, and being a survivor of child abuse. Listen, we living in a day and age where we will ignore what's right or wrong just for the sake of making somebody feel comfortable. I'm not with that, and I don't care that these people are part of the LGBTQ community. I would still have a problem if these were straight heterosexual men or women who've been convicted of sex crimes reading children's books to my children. What's the need to expose children to this lifestyle? Why is it so important to do it so early? I mean, we love to say that in America we're free to live our lives however we want to live it, but we got drag queens going to our schools and in our libraries confusing our children. There's nothing good that could come from this. This is why the so-called transgender children's suicide rate is at an all-time high. It's because people that's allowing this. You got parents out here saying, I'm not gonna call my newborn a boy or a girl. I'm gonna let them choose what they want to be. Why? That's a child, and as a parent you have to point your child in the direction to go. This is why your child's rather go into a closet and hang themselves. They have too much to think about on their little brain. He's 5 years old and his mama can't tell him whether he's a boy or a girl. She can't tell him whether he should be a Power Ranger or a Supergirl. Parents, I blame y'all. Y'all allowing this to happen.